Hey friends, it's Pastor Mike from Fellowship Church. Good to connect with you midweek again, as always. Just want to remind you that we continue to pray for you. We love you. We miss you a lot and still praying for you by name on a daily basis and looking forward to the day when we can all be together again in this body of Christ. Also want to give you thanks for your faithful support and for your finances, and we just very much appreciate your keeping Fellowship Church in your thoughts and your prayers as well. I want to share a midweek idea with you. It came from a Bible reading I did a few weeks ago out of the book of Acts, which is the story of the early church. And it was a story about a couple named Priscilla and Aquila. They're a married couple. And the Bible tells us that they met up with the Apostle Paul in a place called Corinth. And from Corinth, they went to Ephesus. And at Ephesus, Priscilla and Aquila were involved in planting a church there. And we end up with a book called Ephesians, kind of a big deal. So Priscilla and Aquila became pretty important in the development and growth of the early church. But here's the thing you might not know. In Acts chapter 18, it says that Priscilla and Aquila met up with Paul because they had to leave their home. They were believers. They were originally Jews. They were believers. They lived in Rome. And when Claudius became emperor, which happened about 10 years after Jesus died, he kicked all the believers out of Rome. So now imagine Priscilla and Aquila. They're a married couple. They have a home. They have a small business. They're tent makers. Maybe they got kids. They're in school. They've got other community involvements. And Emperor Claudius says, I want you out of town now. I don't want any believers around here. You've got till tonight to get out of Rome. And they had to leave. So for Priscilla and Aquila, this was an incredible time of loss and confusion and pain. They're disoriented. The future looks uncertain. It's unpredictable. They meet up with Paul. God does a great kingdom work. Here's what I learned from that. It's that sometimes God does his greatest work out of pain. Sometimes God does his greatest work not only in us, but through us during times of uncertainty, times when we have to develop faith, times when we have to trust, to lean into God and to lean on God. That's when God does some of his greatest work. And wouldn't it be something if God used this dumb old coronavirus as the foundation for a great kingdom work of the Lord? Friends, that's what I've been praying for. And I hope you've been praying for that too, that God would use these days of uncertainty and unfamiliarity, unpredictable, don't exactly know what the future holds, that God would use these days as the foundation for something really cool and awesome that God would be doing in the future. May it begin with us, and may it be glorifying to God. That's our prayer. So, friends, I hope you'll join me in praying for that. Please remember that we love you, we care about you, we're praying for you all the time. Thanks for tuning in to our Sunday services and for inviting your friends to do so. We continue to have over 1,000 people a week watching us online. We're very grateful for that. May the Lord bless that opportunity as well. So thanks a million. Have a great week. See you soon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.